Hey guys, it's Techspert. Welcome to your 6th HTML video. And in this video, I'll be showing you how to add input text into your website. So, let's say you're making a website that asks the user for their name. But right now, if I just type, let's say I'm gonna type, what is your first name? And if you click run, you might think the HTML already knows when I type it what is my first name. It will give me input, but that doesn't work. You might think like adding a question mark, but that just adds a question mark here. So if I want to add input text, what I do, so what I'm going to do to add input text is I'm going to type label, then / label, and in the label, where it says label, type whatever you want. What is your first name? And a question mark. So when I click run, it asks me what is my first name, but there's no thing yet. So of checkbox. So what I do, I'm gonna type input, type, and then two quotes, then text. Then once I click run, as you can see, it gives me a box where I can type, this is what is my first name. My first name is Chirag. Then let's say it wants you to enter your date of birth. And if you're making a website, you would want to be more not more friendly, so I would like rather make it first name. And once I click run, it just changes to first name. Then I'm gonna let's make it ask you for your last name. Okay, and in there I'm gonna type last name, and same thing that we did. Input, type equal to, then text, //. Okay, so why do you keep saying // It's // So now you can see we have it asking for your first name, Chirag, and I'm gonna give myself a last name. What can I give it? I'm gonna put my real last name. It was Chirag Fudke. And let's say it wants your date of birth. So I'm gonna do it with my last name. So if you want to add your date of birth, to the user, you wouldn't want the user tricking you. And one more thing I want to tell you guys is this. If you are making a web page, you wouldn't want everything on the same line because it will make it a little confusing and this looks a little ugly. So you have to type BR. And then what else? So two BRs. Okay. And the BR represents a new line. So if I put the BR here, so the BR tells the computer that go to a new line. So when I click run, as you can see, it went to a new line. Delete all that. Okay. So run it. It went to a new line. Okay. So now this looks really better because you wouldn't want everything on the same line. So now I'm gonna ask the person what is your date of birth? So if I want to enter my date of birth, birthday, you want to put numbers so that way it won't allow the user to enter letters. And obviously the backslash, and when I click run, it asks me for my birthday, but if I try to type some letters, it doesn't allow me because I told it the only input type you can take from the user is numbers. So if I can type numbers, I can type numbers. So I'm going to type my favorite number, 70, wait, that's 80. My favorite number is 8. And then instead of birthday, let's put year. And it was what year was I born? And I'm gonna also put the BR tag again. Okay, that makes it all cleaner. Okay, and okay, so once I put the BR, wait, so in case, don't put the BR in the middle of your label and input type, or it will get everything messed up. So after your input type, you want to put the BR after the input type. And one more cool thing you can do in web pages is you can like select everything and you can drag it to where you want. That's a cool feature. Okay. So when I click run, now it's a little more precise. And so it asks me for my year, and I'm gonna give a random year, 1956. That's a random year. And after the year, it should ask me for my month. So I'm gonna type label, and in there I'm gonna type month. So it asks me for my month. BR. Okay. So it asked me for my month, and then I'm gonna tell it input. You know what? I'm just gonna copy this so to make the process faster. So when I click run, it asked me for my month. And then lastly, my date. Label. And in there, I'm gonna put my date of birth. So, what is my date of birth? So, for the date of birth, I'm gonna put the day. So, day, and obviously the same thing. So when I click enter, as you can see, your first name, then it wants your last name, then your date of birth, so your month, day, and year. And one more cool thing you should do is you can add more and more of these. Like if you want, you can tell it to add your email address and other things. But one thing I want to mention is this. If you're out in a website, like a real website which gathers information, after you put your first name and then your last name and then your date of birth, after you do that, be careful before you click allow. It usually gives you terms of use and privacy policy. read those to see if it doesn't gather information from you and do something bad with it. But right now, don't worry, you can add as many things as you want in here since your website is not available on the internet unless you share it. So that's it for this video. I hope you learned a lot. Don't forget to subscribe, give a big thumbs up, and hit that bell for videos of my newest channels. And I'll see you in the next video.